Primary booster burn has ceased. Shuttle Murata, you're clear for orbital maneuvering. The Murata lurches from its bay on the back of its powerful rocket booster. After the jolting of the separation ceases, you find yourself pondering the fate of the colony receding below you. With apprehension, the same apprehension you felt 322 years earlier, you envision Marcus Tiberius Bungie, one of Sol's greatest leaders. Mankind will venture out past its earthly bounds and move into a future grander and more real than the total of its own written history. Buendia, the president of the Unified Earth Space Council, had spoken those words to the people of the Sol system on the eve of the launching of the Marathon. This, the greatest achievement mankind has ever conceived, will be for the purpose of peace and the preservation of the human race. May this great technological arc carry with it the sum total of all human wisdom, and may neither time nor distance weaken our common ties. Decompress docking bay. During the daydream, you barely notice the change to zero gravity or the instruments and lights signifying the rendezvous of the shuttle with the Marathon. But as a warning light goes on, and Durandal's voice comes over the communicator, you jump to attention. Docking Bay 1, decompression completed. Murata, this is Durandal. Abort landing. Repeat, abort landing. A faint chuckle. A chuckle, which means that something has gone horribly wrong. Immediately, your reflexes take over. As you fall into automatic response mode, you hit the switch for an open communication. Colony Station. Durandal just decompressed the landing bay. Marathon. Anyone listening? We're having a problem with the Docking Bay 1. It's Durandal. I think he's gone. The comm light goes dead. Crazy. Order lockout communications between the colony and the shuttle. Order. Cycle the shuttle airlock. You look frantically around the control panel for some explanation when you see another light on the panel turn red. The sweet voice of the shuttle computer twerps. Shuttle airlock cycle initiation sequence start. Cycle the Murata cabin's inner door. 1 minute to cabin decompression. God damn it! You slam your fist in frustration onto the control board, leaving a dent. In a panic, you tear off your seat restraints and leap for the rear of the shuttle cabin. 40 seconds to cabin decompression. You're rushing now, but you know that you have plenty of time. You fly in zero gravity towards the locker, holding your battle armor. You haven't worn it since you had to hunt down some Chakotians, which were harassing the work teams on the fringe of the colony almost 3 years ago. But training is something that you never forgot. It's funny, but you've always been the colony's troubleshooter. You're bigger and stronger and a better shot. In games, you've always scored the most points and looked the hero. And now, it looks as if you're heading right into the colony's biggest crisis since it was established 7 years ago. You nimbly pull yourself into the suit. 30 seconds to cabin decompression. And pull the helmet onto your head. Order! Prepare the shuttle for maximum engine burn. But that will result in a collision between the Marathon and the Murata. That is not your concern. Order! Prepare shuttle for maximum burn and initiate when ready. The lights around the airlock are flashing hysterically now. The air from your suit has gone cold, stale taste, but it is the taste of life. Cabin decompression commencing. Shuttle airlock cycle initiation sequence completed. Gray-white decompressing vapor fills the cylindrical passageway of the airlock. Through the degenerating clouds of the airlock passageway, instead of looking upon the Tau Ceti starscape, you see the Tuncer mirage effect. Space blurring and focusing in diminishing cycles. The time is commonplace to you. Humanity has used teleporters for almost 500 years, and you yourself have been teleporting since before you were born. But you've never seen the TME cover an area so big before. And never at all without a landing pad. And yet another first. The space fighter materializes right in front of your eyes. Since you don't recognize the model, it must be an alien ship. First, an insane computer. And now, aliens! This has almost ruffled your otherwise calm outward appearance. And you don't remember the last time you had such a terrible day. But it gets worse when the fighter begins to spin around and yaw down on you and your defenseless Murata. Maximum burn in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. You don't wait to hear the rest of the countdown. Instinct acts on its own. The entrance to the maneuvering pod is directly behind you, so you punch the switch for it to open. The hatch flips down, and just as you're about to climb in, the Murata's main engines fire at maximum burn. The jolt sends you crashing headfirst into a pod, where you land in a tangle of levers, dials, and limbs. The hatch closes behind you, and before you can untangle yourself, a missile appears from under the alien fighter and speeds towards the Murata. The Murata onboard computer, detecting the incoming missile and knowing that you are already on board the MP, fires an emergency deployment charge. You are rocketed away, seeming to ride the shockwave of the exploding shuttle. You have just freed your arms when over the battle armor communicator. Durandal remarks dryly, "That little computer always did have impeccable timing. I wonder if I should let the aliens know that you aren't just space debris. You can't do that. Damn you, computer!" Durandal chuckles again. "Ah, lucky you. I found a new distraction. I'm going to play with the alien virtual parasites. I'll look you up when you arrive." You can almost imagine the face of a wicked computer with its eyes wide and its lips folding out in a grotesque smile. A smile which reminds you of something from your past, but you can't remember exactly what it is. You breathe a sigh of relief and begin to survey your situation. You are currently floating toward the midsection of the Marathon, near the docking section's port side. You could get there faster, but if you use the pod's thruster, chances are that the aliens will detect it and destroy you. So you sit back, check the pod's oxygen levels, and wait. You've always been a daydreamer. Your mind has constantly filled the time between activities with imagination. Now you fall into your old habit and begin to daydream about your childhood on Mars, your father's death when you were 7, and his last words to you. "Make me proud. Never lose your honor." You come out of your dream 22 minutes later. Judging it safe, you thrust over to one of the empty MP docking bays. You pull out your pistol, pound the switch to the emergency door. Oddly, this is familiar to you, as if it were from an old dream, but you can't exactly remember. Somewhere in the heavens, they are waiting. Hello everybody, I'm the Velvet Sparrow. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play. Today we're going to be playing through Bungie's Marathon. This is the game that they made before, hold on, which one? Basic, enhanced. Alright, we'll go with that one. Alright, the game they made before Halo. And the thing is, there's a lot of shit that we're going to need to go through in order to make sense of anything that's fucking happening. So, obviously, like, there's that little snippet before this that I have recorded that basically is just me reading the About section of the manual. So, hopefully you've been paying attention, and let's just drop our asses into this. Arrival. On the ship Leonardo. Cool. All right. Ooh. All right, so this is the HUD that everybody fucking uses in their playthroughs. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Aim, recon dude. Oh, fuck. Yeah, eat shit. You get an extra one. All right. Jesus Christ. How many of these guys are coming after me? Ugh. Any more? You done? Okay, I'm going to go read real quick. Message to all Marathon terminals. Marathon Emergency Systems broadcast. Today at 0820 hours, the Marathon came under surprise attack from unknown hostile forces. The Marathon has sustained serious damage. At 830 hours, alien forces boarded the Marathon. The current situation is dire. All personnel are required to arm themselves in the fight for their lives. Incoming message from Leela. Welcome to the Marathon. I am Leela. Uh, one of 2 surviving artificial intelligences aboard the Marathon. I have been severely damaged and am working to understand the current situation. Find the teleport terminal located in the hangar's control room. By that time, I should have a better idea of what's going on. This is where we are now, and that's where we need to go. And that's also where we need to go. Actually, yeah, that one's the exit, right. Yeah, that is the exit. Okay. All right, let's get our asses out of there. So yeah, this is Marathon. A little weird. You thought it would be a little more action-packed, like the beginning of Halo, but nope. A lot of it's mainly just atmosphere, and that is the main means of which the story is being told: atmosphere and terminals. So mostly it's just going to be me contemplating and commentating on stuff. God damn it, there's... Alright, the hangar is behind here, but I just came in through there, basically. Yeah, if you don't mind, I'm just going to keep this map open for the most part. Whenever I don't need to shoot things, I'll keep that. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to keep it open the whole time. I also have like a little guide to tell me like where other stuff is, so that I know where the fuck I'm going. Alright, so the exit terminal is through here. It's right where... Alright, see where like my arrow is pointed? That little square that's down there? Yeah, that's apparently where the comm is, where I'll be able to leave. And apparently once I activate it, that's that. So I need to be extra careful. Now, my plan is that I am going to try to read all the terminals and try to get through everything as much as I can. I'm going to cover as much information as I can. And if not, I'll have like a subsequent episode about like reading extra terminals and covering bonus levels if I'm not able to get it the first time. Yoo-hoo! Alien guys! Oh, shit. Hey! Oh, shit, a red one. Oh, you shoot things! Oh, R is switches weapons, but... Alright, that is a save terminal, not a story terminal. Oh! Damn, you actually scared me. How many of you fuckers are there? Heh loser. Yeah, the thing's a motion tracker, not a, Oh, son of a bitch. That logo's on everything, isn't it? What the fuck is that? That is a data terminal over there, though, so we should go check it out. Oh, that's a up terminal, okay. Oh. Are you friendly? Friendly? That's a save terminal. Well, if he's not attacking, then I guess I'll just leave him alone. That's not coming down. So where do I go? Oh, let's take that jump pad. I think this is the one. Yep. Hello? Friendly? Friendly? Oh shit! Okay, not friendly. Jeez. What are these? Oh, more bullets. They actually did the meme with this gun, the Mega 44. Yeah, the Mega 44 here. It's a magazine-fed revolver. God damn. What the hell was that thing? Actually, what are the things that are attacking right now? Hold on. Yeah, I just came through here, so let's not go down there. Instead... Alright, at the very end of this corridor, that's where that terminal is. So let's go see if we can reach it. Oh. Hey guys! Wow, my aim sucks. That's a lot of dead bugs. Alright. Oh, how do I get over there? Dude, it's just like a fucking... Dude, you can climb over that! Ugh. You know, it's playing older games like this that really make me miss having a jump button. I need to go over there and read that! How do I get over there? Oh, I get in through... Oh, I get in through the bottom there, don't I? Alright, okay, so I guess I'll just go back the way I came then. Nope. Do I have to go into the... Well, that guy's not attacking me, so I'll leave him alone. I'll use my weapons for defense. I'm a Power Ranger, motherfucker. Oh, jump pad. Damn, these vents are a damn maze. I'm just going through here. Alright, that's a big room. We'll come back here in a second. Ooh. Alright, that is a health station / shield generator. So we'll just use that when we need to. Oh. Oh, another comm terminal. Sick. Fire and aspects of theory are as follows. Each society has some controlling force or forces which decide its direction, but the relationships in society are arbitrary. Humanity can relate to money, machines, neighbors, anything, really. Logical reset. Individual character and personality are preserved in stories, movies, ROM personalities, etc. Although individual expression is a universal ability, individual freedom is constrained by the society. See attached figure. Alright, who's talking about it? This guy? They got some biting criticism about human society, but I wouldn't really say he's wrong. Alright, this way leads into the hangar, so that would just be a long runabout way. But I do want to see what's behind that door, so let's go check that out. Ooh. Bullets. You gonna come back down? Can I go? Oh. Yeah, so it looks like I'm not stuck after all. Alright. Oh. Ha! So... What was that do? Oh. Oh, okay, this is the exit terminal, so we gotta go check out what that one other one was. So figure out, how do I get there? Okay, so I found out the way to do it. Okay, so apparently the physics of this game are really fucking wonky, and they all depend on which way you're looking instead of like where you're going. So if you look up, then your character's going to keep moving upwards for a little bit before dropping. So yeah, that's apparently how you do it. So, hey, buddy. All right, what's this? Hangar Area 5. Okay, apparently there's also like... They also kind of tell you like where these things are coming from. Security breach. Okay. So those things are trying to get in here. Huh. What does this thing say? There's a couple of strings of numbers in here apparently that translate to rocket. That's the second line down here, the 726F 636F636B6 57412. That translates to rocket. Okay. Alright, so that's basically it. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you know, let's take the other way around. Alright. Hangar Area 5 teleporter. All the information that I have gathered so far indicates that the alien invasion of the Marathon has been relatively uncoordinated. I suspect that this is partially due to the Marathon's large size. However, disorderly the alien invasion is, their assault of the computer net has been extremely effective. I detect security breaches in almost every computer system on board the Marathon. I've learned that there is an alien creature that is capable of interfacing with our systems. You must kill any of these creatures that you find. It is a priority that we stop them. Even now, they are penetrating my defenses. Teleport now. End message. Transport room. Alright, now welcome to level 2. And hopefully I have an easier time figuring out what the hell is going on. Bigger guns nearby. Okay. So first we'll do the regular exploring part, and then I'll just start consulting walkthroughs and shit when I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Alright. Incoming message from Leela. I'm now in contact with a number of colonists planetside, but the reports on the situation below are conflicting and obviously exaggerated. The primary and medium-range radio antenna has been disabled or destroyed, which makes communication extremely difficult. The only thing which seems clear is that the spaceport was obliterated by low-yield nuclear weapons minutes after the attack on the Marathon began. This I can verify through my own optical instruments. The invaders seem to be more interested in the Marathon than the colony, at least in short term. The motives behind their unprovoked attack are still unknown, however. Ooh, big gun. Terminal most recent order to leave this section. Alright. Oh, shit! You surprised me. Gotta find a way in order to raise the stairs on that part. So it takes a bit longer, but I can conserve ammo fighting those guys because they'll just flinch when I hit them. Okay. Ow! Oh, thanks for doing the work for me. Okay, thanks, die. Oh, gun. Lovely. That turns on the lights. This fucks with the hell. And this. Oh, baby. Nearby, get bigger gun. Okay. Can I walk up these? Yes, I can. And I can go over there and save. Huh. Game saved. Hold on. Why couldn't they give me this in Destiny? This would have been fun. These are just vents, basically. What is that? Well, it's 2D, so I obviously want it. That was fun. Let's see what this button does. Ooh, grenade launcher. That one shoots regardless. Okay. Apparently I need to kill those guys the most. I'm being a dick. Let's try. This kind of reminds me of Doom. I'm a master martial artist. Ah! Ooh. Hold on. Let me check to make sure. This is... Alright, it's in this room, but this isn't the one I need to interface with. Hold on. Marathon Internal Engineering Documents, Section 1C, Appendix H, Subject Doors, by Astasia Orestes, Dominic, Ursa, blah, 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 blah. There are 5 basic door designs used on the Marathon. Outer bulkhead doors, airlock doors, inner bulkhead doors, tertiary or inner sealed non-vacuum safe doors, and quaternary inner powered automatic opening doors. Direct control of all the doors except the tertiary and quaternary doors will be given to Durandal, and direct control of all other doors going to Durandal. Direct control will be given to Durandal with correct control of all other doors going to Durandal. The difference between direct and indirect control primarily has to do with the manner of opening the doors. Durandal will only open a directly controlled door when he is specifically asked to do so. Indirectly controlled doors are automatically controlled by Durandal to open when needed. However, due to the expense involved with adding thermal and visual spectrum sensors to the tertiary and quaternary door groups, these doors will be minimally used. The expected savings of not using this extra sensory input is estimated to be 57% of the base cost of the basic inner bulkhead door. The types of doors are all basically the same with some slight variations. These doors are in classes 1 and 3 are the same doors classified separately to distinguish between a level of safety checking required to assure acceptable leakage. The airlock doors are specifically modified to work with manual and remote activation switches. Airlocks are all to be marked with a specific airlock symbol and to be outfitted with the air recharge system. The tertiary and quaternary doors are designed exactly as the bulkhead doors, but are checked coarsely for air leakage. This article, as well as articles 530F and 532G on windows and elevators respectively, will be placed for public access in the Marathon Internal Engineering Documents Section 1C, Appendix H. Okay. Alright, so that's the way out, so I don't want it just yet. Instead, I need to figure... Wait a second. Yeah, I think that's actually all the terminals. I read them all in here. Alright, so all the doors are controlled by an AI called Durandal. Kind of a metal name for a glorified door stopper, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of him later. Oh boy. Yeah, I know a lot more than I do going in, but I still don't know enough. That's the main problem. So how do I get... Nah, actually, no, forget the thing in the vents. I think I'm not even supposed to go there. So this was one of the easier levels. Okay. The music is surprisingly kick-ass for something that doesn't have a metal riff. Again, it's like Halo-like. The Marathon's automated defenses are disabled during the initial attack by a direct magnetic pulse. The aliens use the same weapon to disable the Marathon's other two AIs, Durandal and Tycho, and to severely damage myself. Okay, so that's a better explanation as to what the hell Durandal is. Durandal is responsible for controlling the ship's autonomous functions: doors, life support, kitchens, air reprocessors, stairs, and so on. Okay. Because he is non-functional, I'm working to assume as many of these tasks as possible. Tycho controls the science and engineering network. Now that you're better armed, our first priority is to reactivate the Marathon's defenses under my control so that we may offer some resistance to the aliens. I've built 3 replacement circuit boards for the defense system, but cannot move them from the manufacturing center without assistance. I'll now transport you to retrieve the replacement parts and will give you further instruction when you arrive. End of message. Okay, save the game. What's up? The Marathon's automatic manufacturing systems have finished making replacement circuits. There are 3 circuits. Each should be in its manufacturing holding chamber. With luck, the alien viruses have not infiltrated the manufacturing systems, but even if they had, I would have no way of knowing. The attack on my systems are growing more steady. If the counterattack is not able to remove some of the computer infiltrators, then I will eventually succumb. It is absolutely imperative that a counterattack begin as soon as possible. The Marathon is not defenseless, and we can't let it be taken without a fight. Alright. Pseudo-Doom music. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. The fuck are you? Okay. Yeah, I don't have a lot of health right now. Die. As far as you're going, huh? Okay. Where the hell did these guys come from? This music's a little jazzy. Hell yeah, ammunition. You must retrieve all 3 of those repair chips. There's no point it's going to Defense Center unless you have all 3. Search until you found them. Okay, so where are they? What is that? I don't know half the damn stuff on this ship works. Yeah, I'm surprised no one's... Is there a Halo mod or something that, like, changes all the stuff from Halo 1 into Marathon? That'd be a sick mod. Heh. Ow. Got a fistful of lead and a handful of mad. Balls. Ha! Take that, you weird computer guy. Can I stop missing, please? Game saved. Activate that. Do we need to activate these things in a specific order? Health. Good health. Alright, let's do this terminal real quick. Warning, Core OS AF44 2DBEB mod. Here was nothing to be gained. I'm guessing that's supposed to be a bit. There's nothing to be gained from hesitation now. E.T. in her possession, it would become something of consequence, though it was nothing more than a simple, though reticular flower, or more precise. And she had it just so the room flickered and tore, bending into something else. System error at Jackson's. She caused to be consumed by ashless fire. Doors opened before her without cause, their locks rusted and shattered. Before her slender hands began to dance in front of her horrified face, before returning into a fine powder, was settled in a pile on where she had been standing, 14,700 miles away. Eyes on fire, tearing at her hair. Turning in fury, she kicked viciously. Anger made her careless, and she missed. The fuck? Okay, so we got a corrupted terminal. I don't know what it's from or what it's supposed to be about. So I'm supposed to go up here? You can punch terminals, apparently. You have achieved all 3. Okay. So what do they look like? What did I just grab? Something down there. Ow. Okay, so how do I get in there? Rule of thumb when it comes to video games: if there's places where other people want to kill you, go there. Transfers delayed. Transfer canceled. Cause unknown. I'm afraid this would happen. You'll have to go to the manufacturing transport station to get the last circuit board. Collect the 2 circuit boards that were transferred and then go to the transport system. Processor tunnel. Find the third. Oh, sorry, I had to grab the third one. Okay, I'm guessing that's all 3. So let's go back to that room up there. I received reports from some human security forces. They agree that the aliens are concentrating on the AF engineering section. I have conjectured that they will try to shut down the Marathon's reactors. Your next mission will be to put the automatic defenses online. I'll give you the exact information when you arrive. Teleport when ready. Counterattack. Yeah. And that will be where we'll leave things off for now. Alright, well, thank you so much for joining in on this episode of Marathon. I will be going through the entire game and trying to get as many of those terminals as I can and cover as much extra stuff as I can. Like, favorite, and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.